Begin by removing any cosmetic hardware. Unmount the pump from the base by removing the four 1226B nuts. Remove the CH43P clamp and hose by gently twisting. While removing the pump assembly and flapper valve, note the orientation of the flapper valve hinging edge. In some earlier base assemblies, the housing spacers, part 1226C, are separate. Place the handle into the socket and raise the piston to its highest position. Using the 1/8 inch Allen wrench, loosen the 1211 PL piston yoke set screw. Also remove the 1210A cotter pin and pull out the 1216 clevis pin. Using a 3/8 inch wrench on the flat of the 1212 piston rod, unthread the 1211 PL piston yoke. Press the piston towards the bottom of the housing. Using a pair of pliers or equivalent, remove the piston from the pump assembly. Remove the 1214 cartridge by using a deep well 7/8 inch socket. Next, remove the seal and O-ring from the cartridge and discard. Using a flat blade screwdriver, remove the 1232 MS O-ring from the piston. Before installing the new piston O-ring, make certain the channel is clear of debris. Add a small amount of the supplied super lube from the repair kit package. Using a small amount of PTFE or electrical tape, wrap the threads of the piston rod to protect the seal upon reinstalling. Examine the inner walls of the housing for signs of scoring. Use light sandpaper to smooth if necessary. Reinstall the piston. Install the new 1214A shaft seal, large side down, over the piston rod. Next, reinstall the 1214B O-ring and 1214 cartridge into the housing. Remove the tape and tighten the 1214 cartridge to 30 inch-pounds. Next, install the 1211 PL, using care to line the flat on the shaft with the Allen screw keyway. Using a pair of channel-type pliers, loosen the 1217 discharge cap. Remove the spring and ball. Note the large end of the spring is facing downward on this side of the pump. Inspect the ball seat area and clean if necessary. Replace the 1201 ball and 1202 gasket. Use care not to over-tighten when reassembling. Reinstall the 1210 handle socket with the clevis pin and cotter key. Using the channel pliers, loosen the 1204B approximately 4 revolutions. Using the valve handle, lift the valve assembly from the body. Note the orientation of the inlet LWS spring, small end down. Clean the inlet valve area of old grease or debris. Install the new 1201 check ball and spring. Remove the gasket and disassemble the inlet valve body with a flat blade screwdriver. Remove and replace the set of inlet valve O-rings. Add a small amount of super lube to the O-ring surfaces. Reassemble the inlet valve body. Replace the 1202 gasket and reinstall the inlet valve assembly. Gently tighten the 1204B valve cap. Using two 9/16 wrenches, loosen the discharge flange assembly. Remove the C253 joker valve and clean the sealing surfaces of both housing and discharge fitting. When installing the new joker valve, note that the slit stands vertical on edge, irrelevant to the position of the discharge fitting angle. Reinstall the discharge fitting and tighten bolts to where the outer edges of the flange touch. Use the two 7/16 wrenches to loosen the 1226B nuts to allow for bowl removal. Remove the RNI shoulder washers and the bowl will lift off. Remove the old 1234 gasket and clean both surfaces of the base as well as the bowl. Reassemble in the reverse order, using care not to over-tighten. Reinstall the flapper valve, hinging edge closest to the bowl. As previously mentioned, if your base incorporates the 1226C washers, you don't need to add these. Remount and install the PH2 pump assembly to the base. Reinstall the rinse water hose and snap clamp by pressing together. Reinstall the handle, aligning the 1210A cotter key through the 1210 handle socket.